Hello everyone, welcome to our video. I'm Nabila Puspita Dewi and my partner Ibnu Agil. In this video, we are going to talk about one of the language teaching approaches, which is content-based instruction. But before we jump into our main topic, we will give a brief explanation about post-method era and an informed eclectic approach.
Post-method era. In the era of the post-method, the language teaching is done not only based on a certain method. The language teaching may adopt some different methods and techniques at the same time. Later on, there is a term of eclectic method.
Eclectic approach is a combination of language teaching methods. It is a teaching approach which does not rely only on one model or norm. Teachers pick and choose from among methods to create their own blend, their practice, which may very well make allowances for differences among students. It focuses on the aims of the lesson and the learner's abilities. Content-based instruction is the concurrent study of language and subject matter, with the form and sequence of language presentation dictated by content material. In this approach, language is seen largely as the vehicle through which subject matter content is learned, rather than as the immediate object of study. This is the main points that we will explain further. They are general and specific objectives, syllabus model, types of learning and teaching activities, learner roles, teacher roles, and the last one is instructional material roles. General objectives of CBI. The primary objective is to promote learners' mastery of the subject matter, while at the same time improving learners' proficiency in language matter. Content-based instruction also has the potential of yielding an increase in intrinsic motivation and empowerment, because students are focused on subject matter that is important to their lives. In specific objectives, learners will be able to interact between the learner and users of the language, create meaning collaboratively, create meaningful and purposeful interaction through language, negotiate meaning as the learner and his or her interlocutor arrive at understanding, learn through attending to the feedback learners get when they use the language, pay attention to the language one hears or the input and try to incorporate new forms into one's developing communicative competence. Try out and experiment with different ways of saying things. Now we move on to the next point, that is syllabus model. The first one is the fundamental organization of the curriculum is derived from the subject matter rather than from forms, functions, situations, or skills. Communicative competence is acquired during the process of learning about specific topics. The next one is learning activities focus on understanding and conveying meaningful messages and accomplishing realistic tasks using authentic language such as texts, videotapes, audio recordings, and visual aids which are selected primarily from those produced for native speakers of the language. And the last one is the content and learning activities correspond to the linguistic, cognitive, and affective needs of the students and are appropriate to their professional needs and personal interests. A CBA curriculum must initially correspond to students' needs and remain highly fluid and flexible. Now we have types of learning and teaching activities. CBA material should have a clear communicative purpose. Students, however, are responsible for doing their reading assignments to participate actively in class activities. small group or pair work, project work, jigsaw reading, peer editing, problem-solving tasks, and oral presentations can be applied in content-based classrooms to establish collaborative learning.
In CBI or content-based instruction, the teacher becomes a guide for a student to explore the materials that have been prepared so that students become active learning. Learner role. In CBI, learner encourages to become autonomously learner and support each other in collaboratively learning, willing to choose content and activities, and willing to tolerate uncertainty, and also willing to explore alternative learning strategies and source of content. The material content in CBI or content-based instruction must also be authentic and contain simplification to support comprehensibility, for example such as newspaper, magazine, and technical journals. Thank you for watching this video and hope it helps you.